I'm Deb Latender, principal of Swift School. We're welcoming Siemens Company today to do a presentation to our 5th grade class on wind energy. They'll actually build their own wind turbines, so they're really excited for this company to come in and show them this.
Good morning, I'm Jerry Drummond from Siemens Industry. We're a Massachusetts-based company employing over 2,000 employees, and Siemens has a long-term partnership with the City of Schools of New Bedford. Today what we hope to do is educate the children on energy and, more importantly, renewable energy. As many of you know, New Bedford has been chosen to be the port to have the Siemens wind turbines leave port, 101 of them generating 3.65 megawatts each, out to sea for the Cape Wind project. We wanted the children to be interested at this 5th grade level to hope that they will get interested in science, technology, engineering, and math. As Siemens is a technology company, we're always interested in training employees. So what we did today with the children is we asked them where energy came from, and then we did some experiments with them. We showed them a video about wind energy, and then we had them actually build wind turbines that powered an LED light and a small radio that played a song for them. Then they took a small worksheet, made sure they understand it, and they're taking home magnets to help them be more efficient with energy at home, teach them how to recycle, do an energy audit. And we asked the mayor to come, and he spoke about the future of wind for New Bedford and how critical that is, the partnership between Siemens and New Bedford for the wind technology. So I think we accomplished a lot. The team's very excited. The mayor helped the kids put some wind turbines together. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about energy, probably something most of us don't think about. I just shut the energy off. Where's energy come from? Guys, tell me, where do you think energy comes from?
The sun.
Sun is one way. What other ways does the sun come from? The energy come from in this country? Did everybody think about that?
Electricity?
Electricity. Where does it come from, though? I just shut the lights off. So where does the energy come from? Through the wires, but it had to be generated somewhere else, right? It had to be powered somewhere else. So there's something you don't really think about. So there's a lot of different ways you can generate electricity. In New England, most of the electricity is generated using oil or natural gas, and they generate electricity. It's transported over the wires to our end devices, and when we do that, the lights come on. Now, an interesting fact about electricity, it's a product or commodity. So let's think about it. Probably a lot of you have iPads, right? So an iPod has to be made at a manufacturing plant. It has to be shipped or trucked to Best Buy or a retail establishment where you're going to buy it, or Amazon. And then you get to buy that, and then you can actually use it or consume that product. And that takes time, right? You have to make it, you have to ship it, they have to bring it to you, you have to charge it up at home, and then you can use it. And that's one of the things we use electricity for, right, is our iPads and our iPhones. Electricity is the only commodity that is manufactured, transported, and consumed in less than 1 second. So the electricity that just lit that light was made 1 second ago. Thousands of miles away, transported over wires, and into your building to light the lights. But there's a lot of different ways. Has anybody heard about carbon footprint? Is that a word people are familiar with? Anybody sat behind a bus that burns diesel fuel, and when they hit the gas, there's that black smoke that comes out? Okay? When you burn a fossil fuel, natural gas, or oil, it creates carbon, which is bad for the environment. We've heard of global warming. Okay? We're going to talk about renewable energy. We've named a couple of them. Let's talk about renewable energy. What does renewable energy mean?
You can use it over and over.
Exactly right. So give me an example. We named one of them before, the sun, right? So sun, light, can be used over and over again. What's another thing that can be used over and over again? We're going to learn it today, guys, so there's a big hint. Absolutely right, right? So if we go down on the ocean, if you've been to the beach, it's always windy, isn't it? We fly kites, but there's always wind there. So we're going to show you about a different way to create energy using a wind turbine, and then we're going to make a little kit. So wind turbines, has anybody ever seen a wind turbine? Where have you seen them? Good.
I've seen more the word VOTEC.
The VOTEC, right? Okay, so your vocational technical high school, should some of you decide to go to the VOTEC, we actually install as Siemens to help them learn, not the typical wind turbine we're going to talk about today, but the vertical axis one. It's kind of funny looking compared to the normal propeller one, the one over at New England. It's just a different type of technology, as well as, if you notice, they have a solar array, solar that generates electricity using the sun, called photovoltaic. So again, any of you that want to go into the technical part of education can apply to New Bedford VOTEC. I thought, Mayor, I don't know if you want to say words now, or you want to jump right in with the installation with the children, building our own wind turbine, because that's the next step.
Well, let me say this. This is a great break from my day to come here and see all of you guys working hard on this stuff. I have one question for you. Who here likes math? Oh, come on, every hand should be up. Every hand. All right, so I see lots of hands, and that's really good because, you know, this is a good example of how math can really set you up for the future. This is an industry, and we really appreciate all the help that we've gotten from Siemens here in New Bedford. It's a great company, and you'll be hearing lots about them in the future. But this is a really good example of how, when you work hard at math and science, you can prepare yourself for a great job in the future. You want to be an engineer, you want to be a technician, you're working on these windmills, or someone who runs the whole company itself. Math will if you work hard at math and science, you'll be in a good position to take advantage of some opportunities. But what's really interesting to me about all this is that the world is changing right now. Right? Who's heard of climate change? Who's heard of global warming? I thought I'd see more hands on that. Yes. So there's some controversy around the whole idea, but it is true that the planet is getting warmer, and whether mankind is creating that problem is an issue that's subject to debate. But most people think that it's because of the carbon emissions from cars, the smoke from cars, and the smoke from power plants are warming the planet up. And so we really have to look at ways of getting electricity from other sources. One way to do it is to do it by harnessing wind. And we have lots of wind all over the place. We have lots of it right near New Bedford, especially right off the shore. One of the things that we're doing as a city, with the help of our friends from Siemens, is to build big wind turbines that will be put out in the ocean, and that will have a cable running from them back to shore that will bring electricity from those windmills back to power everything we have, to your homes and schools and your refrigerator, your microwave oven, your television sets, all the stuff that you like to use. But the beauty of windmills is that they don't generate any smoke, they don't generate any emissions, and cause pollution and cause global warming. So this is, you guys are going to be doing something very exciting today. This is the future. The future is windmills offshore, out in the ocean, and as well as onshore. It sounds like some of you have seen the one that's over at Vogue. You'll see lots more of them in the next 10 years or so. And so it's great that you're going to get a chance to learn about something brand new. You're going to get to learn more about it than a lot of other kids will know about it in other communities. And that's because right here in New Bedford, we really want to be a place that builds these things. So it's a very exciting time to be thinking about this stuff, and also to be building. This sounds like a lot of fun. I think you guys are going to be building something just like this, as I understand it. Is that right? And Ms. Lieutenant, are they learning about wind power and?
Right. Well, we've decided that you'll be doing some reading. There's a lot of articles that come up in the paper right now about wind energy and solar energy. My goal is for you to develop an opinion about this. I would like you to be able to write an opinion about what you feel would be the best way to go for our energy source. With everything you read, because everything has a pro and a con, but I want you to be able to form an opinion from that. So that's my goal. I've talked to your teachers about this, that you would be able to write something on this, because you do a lot of research. You're in the midst of a research projects for your science fair that are all different. But I think Mayor Mitchell brings up a good point. Science could be your field. That could be an exciting, imagine going to work every day and doing something this interesting. How awesome that would be. And you'd get lots of money. Okay, that's why you gotta stay in school.
Too.
Yeah. Because I always... Right.
I thought so. Me too.
Because I always ask you that when you're developing your goals, how many of you like nice things? Well, all those kinds of things will never be gotten without hard work, sticking at school, getting a good job that you're happy with. I'm lucky. I come to school every day, and I love my job. I would rather be teaching, but that's okay. I'll come here and see you kids. Your teachers know that about me. But this is great to be. I pinch myself sometimes to say, how lucky am I to have a job like this? But it took me sticking to school and staying in school, getting good grades. You have to do that. Otherwise, life can be really boring. You know, so I do want you to get interested in this and all the projects that you've kind of been drawn to, because that can lead you to a path that's very interesting. So your job is your passion, not just a job.
Yeah. So I want you guys to do me a big favor today. Do me one favor. Work really hard on this project and think hard about it. And think about what these turbines would be like out in the ocean, especially, or even on land, and what they would mean for not just you guys in the future, but your kids and your grandchildren and the planet that they'll live on. Get the most out of this exercise, because this is a special thing. There are a handful of schools that get to do this. You're one of them. Not every school gets to undertake a project like this and have an opportunity like this. So, but you guys deserve it. I know you guys work really hard all the time. You'll hear all kinds of great stuff about the Swift School. I hear about it in the mayor's office. I know you guys are working really hard. Your teachers are working really hard. So, you guys deserve this opportunity and make the most of it. Okay? 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 Yes? 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 All right. All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Renewable energy. We identified a couple ways, right? We said sun, photovoltaic, which New Bedford's already generating electricity using the sun. And we talked about wind. Some of you have seen it in New Bedford Hotel. Now let's talk about the advantages and disadvantages of both. So what's the advantage of using the sun to generate electricity? It's free, right? Go ahead. Well, does it end? What happens after 8 o'clock at night to the sunlight? So how much electricity do you think we generate after sunset before the sun comes up? None. Right? So one of the disadvantages of sunlight is that it only generates electricity during the time that the sun is up. Now let's talk about wind. Can the wind blow 24 hours a day? It doesn't matter if it's day or night, summer or winter, hot or cold. And the nice thing about it is, when it's usually very sunny outside in the summertime, generating a lot of electricity, it's normally not very windy. But this time of year, we saw the last few days, it's been very windy. So it's nice to have, as New Bedford has, a complement of multiple renewable energy sources. So again, we're not generating electricity at night with our solar, but our wind turbines are out there functioning. So it's a nice balance of technology, not one solution for our energy needs.